Back in October, the Rams lost an instant classic in their first matchup against the Cardinals. Can Arizona finish the sweep? The answer comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing is Stafford. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
First carry for James Conner. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Saquon Barkley. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. This, the 2nd meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, Stafford here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Stafford. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he... And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And as these guys enter play in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but They want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A huge play there for Arizona. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On third down, Barkley. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Stafford looks to throw again. Going for it all. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Allen Robinson as the first half is winding down. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100. That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Over for the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando. And due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He juked him. He stiff arms him. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's go. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Fights him off. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a give to Barkley. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown. tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Stafford. Man open is Robinson. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, 77 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running left, it's Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Play action. Now it's Murray. Rolling to his right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take it. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it's Stafford. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
The second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, open man is Higbee, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Stafford. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford looking for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Barkley a first down and more. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
210 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Cardinals are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 35 following the incomplete pass. Here's Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford, room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just